What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new You Get Duel Links data mine video. We're going to be talking about two new structure decks that are coming to the game at some point. We're going to be talking about a Destiny Hero structure deck and a new Dragon structure deck. Now, with the Destiny Hero structure deck, from what the cards that I've seen, this structure deck will also help any Elemental Hero players because there's a lot of just hero helping cards in this Destiny Hero structure deck. So this helps out Destiny Heroes and Elemental Heroes. So if you guys don't really care about Destiny Heroes, but you guys do like Elemental Heroes, be sure to go buy this structure deck. This structure deck seems to be really cool. And also, the Dragon structure deck seems to add more Dragon support. What's kind of funny about these two Destiny Hero and Dragon structure decks is that it seems like they're basically redoing the previous Elemental Hero structure deck and the previous Dragon structure deck by basically re-releasing them and adding like different cards, stuff like that. Overall, these structure decks seem really cool, and let's get on to these data mines. So as you guys can see on your screen, here's the two screenshots of these structure decks right here. We got the Destiny Hero structure deck on the left, and we got the Dragon structure deck on the right. So far, there's only a few cards from this screenshot specifically, but eventually we will we'll eventually see all the cards when it does drop into the game soon. Thanks to XOF for data mining these files. He did post each individual cards that are going to be in these structure decks, and I'm going to assume that for now, while these cards are in the game's code as just ID text or whatever, not all of the cards are in the game just yet, and they're just text and placeholder text for when this structure deck will eventually drop into the game. Now, I'm going to assume that this will be a couple weeks, maybe a couple weeks to a month before we'll see these structure decks drop into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, just because we are going to get the Abyss Encounters box set coming extremely soon, probably on like Tuesday or so. Which is really cool. So yeah, these structure decks probably won't be around for a little while now, but yeah, we'll have to wait to see. Anyways, let's stop wasting time. Let's get on to the first structure deck that we're going to be talking about in today's video. This is going to be the Destiny Hero structure deck. So let's get it going. So on the top of the list, we do got polymerization in this deck because there is some new fusion cards that are in this set. We're not going to talk about polymerization though, because it's already in the game, but we are going to talk about Destiny Hero Dogma. Destiny Hero Dogma is a dark 8-star warrior with the effect cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by tributing 3 monsters, including at least 1 Destiny Hero monster, and cannot be special summoned by otherwise. If you still control this face-up card during your opponent's next standby phase, after you special summoned, if this way, half your opponent's life points. Dang, that is savage. So yeah, this guy is a bit tedious to get out because you only can special summon it from your hand, and you gotta tribute 3 monsters on your side of the field. In this current meta, it's kind of hard to get 3 guys on your field unless you specifically built your deck to do that job specifically to get a bunch of monsters on your board. I could definitely see some people specifically designing decks for this card specifically, because this effect is pretty powerful. I mean, first of all, this card has an attack of 3,400 and a defense of 2,400, so that's a solid attack. It is a warrior card monster, so it can combo with other warriors. Yeah, so it's pretty cool right there. Another thing, too, is that, yeah, and then during each of the standby phase after you special summon this, you have your opponent's life points. So that definitely helps you out, especially, I mean, that effect is pretty powerful, but in this game, by the time you do get Destiny Hero Dogma out, that effect might not be as viable as you would think it would be. Because, I mean, you could think about it like, hey, you got 4,000, your opponent has 4,000 life points, you get this guy on the board, and it gets his life points cut in half. That's good and all, but, like, assuming that you need to tribute 3 monsters for this card, it's probably going to take a little bit to get it out, and by then your opponent's life points might be much less than 4,000, that's for sure. This does help against some annoying stall decks that do gain a lot of life points, but I don't know. I could see people specifically building a deck for this card, but we have to wait and see. Let's get on to the next card real quick. We got an equipped spell called Cyclone Blade. It's a spell card where you equip to a Destiny Hero monster. If the equipped monster attacks, destroy 1 spell trap card on the field at the end of the damage step. That is not a bad equip, that's for sure. Because, yeah, you just give it to a Destiny Hero monster. They attack and you destroy a spell and trap. It's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. And, yeah, that's a solid effect because we do really need cards like that to destroy back row. So, that does help out Destiny Heroes for getting back row removed. But then again, you can still run other back row stuff that's more staple in this game. Ooh, you know what? What's not a bad combo is Storm Cyclone Blade. You can, use Cyclone Blade to take out individual spell and trap cards, but if you need to take out a spell and trap card during the main phase, you can play Storm and do that instead. That could be a combo. Nothing too crazy right there, but let's get on to the next card. We got a next card called D-Fortune. This is a trap card. Activate only when your opponent declares an direct attack by removing from play one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard and the battle phase. That's a solid trap card. That's a really good trap card because if you need to get a spare an extra turn, you can use this trap card to simply end the battle phase outright. That's not bad. Now, I'm not sure if Destiny Heroes have any combos where they do want them to be in the banish zone, but I mean, this card's a pretty solid card. I don't think it's going to be like a top tier card, and it is specifically for Destiny Heroes, but it's a solid effect. You just simply end the battle phase altogether if your opponent declares a direct attack. Not a bad card. Let's get on to the next card. Now we're going to get on to some really interesting cards, and these were the cards that I was talking about that specifically can help Elemental Heroes along with Destiny Heroes. This card is Vision Hero Trinity. This is a dark 8-star warrior fusion effect, and to fuse this monster, you need 3 hero monsters. So that means you can use any elemental hero monsters, or you can use any Destiny Hero monsters because they have hero in their name. You can also use other Vision Hero cards too, but there's only like a few Vision Hero. There's actually currently in the game, Duel Links, right now, there's like no Vision Hero cards yet. But yeah, other than that, this card is really solid because it's a very vanilla Elemental Hero card that you can run in your deck. With this card, if you have room in your extra deck, if you are playing Destiny Heroes or Elemental Heroes, you can throw this card in your deck because it's just a vanilla, or it's not a vanilla card, but what I mean is like it's a very like, you can just put it in your deck and you could summon it because its fusion requirements are extremely basic. Anyways, this card's effect states during the turn this card was fusion summoned, its attack is double its original attack. This fusion summoned card can attack 3 times during each battle phase but cannot attack your opponent directly. Well, the turn that this card's fusion summons an attack, it's double its original attack. That's a 5,000 meter right there, and it can attack 3 times. Dude, you can get this card out somewhat easily because it only takes 3 hero monsters, and you're going to swing at your opponent for 3 times. If you stop your opponent's back row, your opponent has 0 back row, that's basically game over, my dude. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this card can still get, like, econned. Mirror Wall and Wall Disruption wouldn't really help that much, but its battle position can still get switched, so that's a downside. But if you, like, get rid of your opponent's back row by the time you get this card out on the board, that's a 5,000 swinging monster. That is pretty wild right there. Yeah, the only thing it can't do is attack your opponent directly, but that's a little bit understandable. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't attack your opponent directly. So yeah, you're going to want to have another monster on your board to do that. I mean, but still, at the same time though, if you do surprise your opponent with this card while they have like a lower monster that's in attack position, you can still finish them off. Because this game that we're in only has minimum, or it starts off with 4,000 life points. So, I mean, if you get this guy on the board and your opponent has monsters in attack position, you're still going to clear a lot of life points out of you. So, yeah, you can still finish duels with this card because when you attack an attack position monster, your opponent's going to lose a lot of life points since this card is 5,000 attack. But yeah, it can't attack directly, but it can still deal massive damage if your opponent has a weak monster on their board. Let's get on to the next card. So we do have another Elemental Hero, or not Elemental Hero, Vision Hero monster, and this is Vision Hero Vyon. This is a 4-star Dark Warrior with the effect. If this card is normal special summon, you can set 1 hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. You only can use the effect of Vision Hero Vyon once per turn. Once per turn, you can banish a hero monster from your graveyard and add polymerization to your hand. This card is really solid because, yeah, you can mill out your deck, which is really cool, and you can banish a hero monster from your graveyard and add polymerization from your deck to your hand. This is basically like Elemental Hero Blazeman, but it's like a little bit different. This card is super similar to Elemental Hero Blazeman, but it still has the sort of different effects that make it unique. And yeah, I mean, there's some combos you can do with this. Since it mills any hero monster, the first thing that popped up in my head is that you can use Vision Hero Vyon to mill your Necrofear if you guys are playing like the beatdown Elemental Hero Neos deck. But yeah, no, you could banish, and then once per turn you can banish a hero monster from your graveyard and add polymerization for protect your hand. That's really solid too. And if you're running the Vision Hero Trinity, comboing Vision Hero Vyon with Vision Hero Trinity, it'll make it a lot easier to get your Vision Hero Trinity onto the board. So that's really cool right there. Let's get on to the next card. Next card we got is Darklight. This trap is pretty intriguing to me. This is a trap card with the effect you contribute one dark monster with 1500 or more attack, destroy all monsters or special summon this turn. This card can definitely surprise decks. Now the first deck that I feel like could get really hurt by Darklight if you're running a dark deck using Darklight is definitely Cyber Angels. If your opponent doesn't know you're playing a dark card and they're not prepared for something like Darklight, they're going to get hit really bad because they're going to keep special. So, like, if they are able to pop off and keep special summoning like 20 million monsters in like a turn, and get like, you know, their Saphira out, they're going to get their Cyber Angel, Dakini, they're going to get all of those monsters out on the board. You contribute Dark Monster with 1500 or more attack to destroy all monsters or special summon this turn due to that effect. That's kind of surprising. So I think Cyber Angels could definitely get hurt by that. Phoenix can get hurt by that a little bit. Kinda not. If Phoenix gets special summoned from the graveyard, you're going to want to activate Darklight as soon as you can if you're going to want to get that effect popped off, because Phoenix's effect when it gets out of the graveyard is that you can destroy all spell trap cards on the field. I think it's actually mandatory. But yeah, so there's that. Red Eye Zombie kind of can get hit by this, kind of not. I mean, you can use Darklight to destroy the Red Eye Zombie that's special summoned through Red Eye Spirit or Kazuki. So yeah, there's that. What other decks utilizes special summoning? Burn, Destiny Draw Burn does not do that, that's for sure. This deck can hurt, Hazy Flame. Yeah, this card, not this deck. This card can definitely hurt Hazy Flame because it doesn't say target, it just simply says destroy. So Darklight can definitely cripple Hazy Flame. So this card seems really solid now. I don't know how many times people are going to play this card, and if to get more copies of this card, with structure decks, if you want to get more copies of certain cards, you have to buy the structure deck again. You only can buy it once with free-to-play gems, or not free-to-play gems, just gems in general, and then you can get one copy of the structure deck for free, and then you would have to pay some money to get the other 2 copies of the structure deck. So I'm going to assume Darklight is going to be a 1-copy card from this structure deck. Which is kind of sucks. But yeah, I think this card could see some play if you guys are playing like Dark Worlds, Destiny Heroes, Necrofear, just any other dark decks. Technically, you can do Dark Magician because Dark Magician is a dark monster with over 2400 attack. So there's a lot of dark decks in the game. So honestly, this card seems really solid. Let's get on to the next card though. Next up, we got another Destiny Hero fusion monster. We got Destiny Hero Dangerous. This is a Stark 6-star fusion warrior with the effect. 1 Destiny Hero monster, 1 dark effect monster. I like that. It's very easy to summon. You don't need specific monsters, so I like that already. It's here's his ability. So it's a quick effect. You can discard 1 card, send 1 Destiny Hero monster from your deck to your graveyard, and if you do, Destiny Hero monsters you control gain 200 attack for each Destiny Hero in your graveyard to the end of the turn. You can use this effect of Destiny Hero Dangerous once per turn. So I believe, I might be wrong here, but I believe since it's a quick effect, you can activate this effect during your opponent's turn, which isn't too bad. And so right away with this effect, the fusion summon your Destiny Hero Dangerous. You need a Destiny Hero monster, 1 a dark effect monster. If you're running this card, you're most likely the dark effect monster is probably going to be a Destiny Hero monster. Now, if you play its quick effect where you discard a Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, oh, and it says or deck, that's really good right there. I just realized it said or deck. That's solid. To the graveyard, and if you do, Destiny Heroes gain 200 attack for each Destiny Hero in your graveyard to the end of the turn. So basically, the straight off the bat, if you get Destiny Hero Dangerous onto the board, you will become a 2600 beater right away because you should have 3 Destiny Hero monsters in your graveyard automatically. So that's not too bad right there. This card doesn't seem too crazy, but it can, you know, can get some decent attack pretty early on in the game. So not a bad card. I like it. Next up, we got Destiny Hero Dark Angel. I don't believe this card is in the game, but yeah. So this card is a warrior with the effect. If you have 3 or more Destiny Hero monsters in your graveyard, you can discard this card. Then target 1 Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's side of the field. Very interesting right there. When a spell card or effect you activate resolves, negate that effect, and if you do, or if it did not have effect, destroy that card. During your standby phase, you can banish this card and 1 Destiny Hero from your graveyard. And each player chooses 1 normal spell from their deck and places that on the top of their deck. First effect that it states is that if you have 3 or more Destiny Hero monsters in your graveyard, you can discard this card and then target a Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard and special summon it to your opponent's side of the field. I'm not sure why you would want to do that. specifically, but then again, I'm not a Destiny hero player, so I'm not exactly sure what specifically you can do with that. Its second effect, though, that it has when a spell card or effect resolves, negate that target, and if you do, or it did not have effect, destroy that card. So yeah, that's actually a pretty solid effect. I'm just trying to read this text properly because this text has a lot of wording. Yeah, so I'll repeat it. When a spell card or effect you activate resolves, so it's you activate, negate the effect, and if you do, or it did not have an effect, destroy that card. So, okay, so basically this is saying you can't activate spell cards with Dark Angel. Interesting. During your standby phase, you can banish this card and one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard, and each player chooses a normal spell card from the deck, place it at the top of your deck. Okay, so from what I'm getting from this card is that for spell cards, at least, you can't activate them while this monster is on the board. But if you banish this card and a Destiny Hero from your graveyard, each player chooses a normal monster or normal spell from their deck and place it at the top of your deck. You can actually use this to search for polymerization and then, you know, any other normal spells from the game that you're playing in your deck. Another thing too is that your opponent does or is allowed to do the same thing too, so that's kind of a iffy situation right there. But yeah, let's get on to the next card right here. Next up, we got Destiny Hero Sidel. This is a 4-star Dark Warrior with the effect if this card declares an attack, you can target a face-up spell card your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. While you have no cards in your hand, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card and one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard, draw 2 cards. You only can use the effect of Destiny Hero Sidel once per turn. So yeah, that's really nice right there. Yeah, so this card is helpful for if your opponent is running field spells or just any other face-up spell cards in the game. But I'm assuming most face-up spell cards you're going to be dealing with when using this card. It's definitely field spells, so that's nice. And your opponent does take 500 damage to it, which is also nice too. If this card does have no cards in your hand except the turn this was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card and one Destiny Hero from your graveyard and draw 2 cards. That's a solid effect too, because you can use this card for fusion summon for one of the Vision Hero Trinity, or you can use it for Destiny Hero Dangerous. And due to that, you can have this card in the grave because you're using it for fusion material for those 2 fusion monsters. And yeah, this card is really solid because yeah, you can use this to fuse. And a lot of the times with fusion decks in this game currently, you're going to be depleted of resources pretty quickly because you're trying to bust out fusions and stuff like that. So that's really cool right there. Sadly, you can't do that on the turn you did send it to the graveyard, so you can't draw 2 immediately. But other than that, it's a solid card. I like it. Next card we got is D Cube. This is a 1-star Dark Machine with the effect. If this card is normal summon, it is also treated as a Destiny Hero while face up on the field. So you can't use this card as a fusion material while it's in your hand for a Destiny Hero monster, but you can use it for a fusion material for Destiny Hero fusion if it's on the board. So I just want to state that real quick. You only can use each of the following effects of D Cubed once per turn. You can discard up to 2 cards, special summon a D Cubed from your hand, deck, or graveyard equal to the number of cards discarded. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot normal summon or special summon other monsters except Destiny Hero monsters. Jeez. That's actually a really interesting effect because if you discard 2 cards, you can special summon a D Cube from your hand or deck and or graveyard equal to the number of discarded. So, right there, all D-cubed monsters on the board count as Destiny Hero monsters, and that's an automatic fusion material that's automatically ready for Vision Hero Trinity, because Vision Hero Trinity needs 3 hero monsters, so that's really cool right there. Next up, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send a Destiny Hero from your deck to your graveyard. So you can keep these things on the board, sending Destiny Hero monsters to the graveyard. That's not a bad card. I like that card. It's a pretty cool card. It has 0 attack and defense, so nothing special right there. But I know that's a solid card. Next up, we got one more card. I think this is the last card of the structure deck. We got Destiny Hero Dreamer. It's a 1-star Dark Warrior with the effect during damage calculation. If your Destiny Hero monster battles and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card and make that monster unable to be destroyed by battle, and if you do, you take no battle damage from the battle. That's a really nice effect, especially some of this way you can banish this card when it leaves the field. You only can use effect of Destiny Hero Dreamer once per turn. That's a solid card. You can send this card to your graveyard through some of the other Destiny Hero monsters that we mentioned before, like D Cubed is second effect. Who else can do that? We read some of the other ones, I believe. I'm trying to remember though who else can do that. But yeah, Destiny Hero Dreamer can be sent to the graveyard through the other Destiny Hero monsters that way. So that's really cool right there. I think that's going to be it for the Destiny Hero deck. Now, I've been recording this for a while now, so I think this video is about 15 to 20 minutes. So instead of making this video crazy long, I'm going to make another whole new video on the Dragon Structure deck. So if you guys are excited for that, be sure to smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for when I release that Dragon Structure deck review. Because, yeah, since this video seems to be taking a little while, I'm just going to have this video separately as Destiny Hero structure deck that is announced. Then soon today I'll have the Dragon structure deck out for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys are excited for the structure deck, like I said, smash the like button down below, subscribe to the channel for future content like that Dragon structure deck overview. If you guys want to, you guys can join my Discord. I am gonna post all these data mines early in my Discord, so if you want to see these before I make videos on them, be sure to join my Discord down below. But that should do it for this data mine video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later. Hey, you! Before you click on this video, I accidentally forgot to add in one more card from the structure deck list. The last card that I forgot to mention was Destiny Hero Drilldark. This is a 4-star Dark Warrior with the effect. If this card is normal special summon, you can special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your hand with attack less than or equal to this card's attack on the field. You only can use the effect of Destiny Hero Drilldark once per turn. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. So yeah, this card's really cool because you get to add a lower attacking Destiny Hero to your hand, so that gives you more options to go in for fusion plays quickly, and it can search in for a lot of stuff. Like you can search for the Dream, you can search for Dreamer, D-Cubed. I think you can, yeah, you can search for Celestial, you can search for Dark Angel. You can pretty much search for all the D-Hero monsters that's in this deck, except for, like, the boss monsters. So, yeah, this card's really nice, too. I like this Drilldark, guys, card. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I already said the outro stuff in, just a little bit ago. But I just needed to add this card into here real quick, because I forgot about it. Found out that I forgot to do that. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Bye-bye.